This morning on The Dish, acclaimed food writer and cookbook author Mark Bittman. Born in New York, he worked a variety of jobs after college, including teacher, cab driver, and community organizer. Sounds like Barack Obama. Eventually, he combined dual interests in food and writing to become a restaurant reviewer.
And that was just the start of an incredible media career. He became a widely read columnist for the New York Times and transformed the paper's food section into a cultural force. He's authored almost 30 books, the latest of which is Dinner for Everyone, 100 Iconic Dishes Made Three Ways. Mark Bittman, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to The Dish.
Thank you. I'm blushing.
This is your life. But tell us about this table.
Well, this is a sort of a little bit of a greatest hits because I understood that you guys like to eat.
We do.
So,
We've been accused of worse.
We have jalapeno poppers, basically jalapeno stuffed with cheese, grilled. I mean, this is like my favorite thing in the world. It's shrimp with olive oil, garlic, and in this case, we have olives and lemon. But that's just like, you can call it scampi, you can call it whatever you want, but it's the simplest, best shrimp dish to me that there is. And arugula salad with chickpeas, oven-baked potatoes, fries, if you will, with olive oil also. And, you know, we got to be seasonal, strawberry rhubarb pie.
Nice. As we toast you with, what are we drinking here?
Oh, yeah, tequila and grapefruit juice.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice breakfast.
Cheers.
When did it go? We heard all the different jobs, but when did you know that food as a profession was something for you? You obviously have a love of food.
I mean, things got really, I started writing about food in 1980, but things got really interesting around 2000.
Why?
And because that's when there sort of felt like there was this change when you could talk about food in a more social context. And I don't mean hanging out. I mean, as part of food, as a serious subject like the economy or politics or whatever. And
Which is what you
that,
wanted to write about politics in the beginning.
I did, but I wanted to address society's ills, if you will. I mean, it's a little corny sounding, but it's true. And by 2000, 2005, there were, and I was not a pioneer in this by any means, but there were people doing that, and it was like, wait, I can start writing about food more seriously. And believe me, I love cooking, I love to eat, I love cookbooks. That whole thing is an integral and important part of my life. But the opportunity to then start writing about food, as I said, in a social, political context, that was irresistible. And to me, that was really awesome.
And you find it significant to talk to our children about what they eat. I mean, in terms of food policy, you're like, hey, we have got to do a better job of teaching our kids.
Well, I think the most important, when people ask me what the most important issue is, I always say we have to attack marketing junk to kids. Because if we don't teach kids, every year that we wait to teach kids how to eat well is another year on the other end that as adults people are getting sick from eating. You know, diet is now the leading cause of chronic disease in the world, surpassing tobacco. And we're not doing much about it. We're letting companies market whatever they want to market, and we're not teaching people the value of food. We're not teaching people the value of farming. We're not teaching people what's right about this. Enough preaching.
Yeah, well, let's talk about this cookbook and three things, just three ways to make dinner.
Well, three things. So this book went through a lot of iterations until I think we hit it right, which is it's three different ways to make iconic dishes, like this one, for example. But the first one is fast, because everybody always says, well, I don't have enough time to cook. So the first one is really fast. The second one is vegan, because everybody says, show me how to make plant-based dishes that are satisfying, that are fun, that are so on. And the third is a blowout dinner for company kind of thing, which is like, we know that food is social and food is important, and yeah.
Let me have you sign the dish.
Okay,
and I'll ask you if you can have this meal, not with us, but anyone past or present. Who would it be?
This meal, my mother, I think, who's around, and I'm going to see her after this, so I'm going to bring her
some.
I'm
Mom,
actually going to fulfill that wish right now. So
Mark, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
And if you want more on Mark Bittman and The Dish, you can head to our website at cbsthismorning.com.